Hey, yo, what's up? It's Dominic D'Angelo. It's Rumored Innuendo. It's a Thursday, and I'm a badfreeshows.com, SEScoop.com, and brassringmedia.com. Check it out. But I'm here with Mr. Robert Karpelis, WD creative _ish. Robert, happy Thursday to you, my man.
I'd like to apologize to everybody for just Dom.
I want to bring the energy today. Bring the energy.
You're really bringing the energy today. It's we're at two different levels of energy at the moment, and I think that's what makes it fun. Even my dog's upset. That's why I know this is good. Say hi to some of the folks who are joining us
here. Yes, let's say hi. Triple E. He says, "What's up?" Triple E. Willie Thornbrew says, "Tony Khan has finally figured out exactly what was missing from AEW. More titles." Ooh, interesting. Willie Thornbrew also adds, "By the way, can anyone in the world besides Scott Chapp?" I'll wait for Robert until he gets his headset back on to read that one. Johnny Disco says, "Good day, R&I." Trey Owen says, "Hello, R&I. Will we get Harley Cameron turning heel and join the Death Riders since Stat rejected them?" Interesting. Oh, Jake is back. Finally alive. Made it live again. Good to see everybody. And hey, I wanted to read this to you while you had your headset on. By the way, can anyone in the world besides Scott Chaplin list all the AEW champions currently? What do you think?
So, fun fact, this morning I recorded a working stip. I have my head thing on you. I love it. Yes, fun fact. I spent this morning recording a working stiff with Scott Chaplin, which
it's up, by the way, right now.
Has posted. I can confirm, no, Scott cannot name all of the current AEW champions.
Wow.
Yeah. There was a moment of genuine trying to remember with one of the titles. So Dynamite was last night.
Yes.
Did you wind up ultimately going?
No, I didn't go. I didn't go.
It appears that a number of your friends also did not go, since there was a lot of tarps set up in that building.
Well, the crowd was pretty tepid. I will say this for Pittsburgh wrestling crowds as of recent, especially for the mainstream products like WWE and AEW, it is not an energetic crowd, as surprising as that may be, because like Pittsburgh is a wrestling town, like obviously Bruno Sammartino and all that stuff, but it does not resonate in today's modern world of wrestling when they come to the Steel City.
Well, I think part of it is Pittsburgh is a wrestling town when you're giving them Bruno, when you're giving them Kurt Angle, when you're giving them Britt Baker.
Yes.
So the lack of a hometown person is probably what led to the decision of we're going to push Lee Moriarty out there. Mm-hmm. However, Lee Moriarty, while a talented wrestler, not someone who's really on AEW TV. He's the Ring of Honor pure champion. Mm-hmm. Again, another champion. You could give me 35 guesses. I would have guessed Yuta still had it. I don't fully understand some of the decision making that went into Dynamite. I thought Dynamite, there were parts of it that were very solid. It was a very logical, fairly easy to watch show. But then there were parts of it where they made some decisions that, and we'll get into it. If I was in that production meeting, I would have raised some objections. Though I was in a production meeting last night for Boca Raton Championship Wrestling for our November show. So focused on more exciting and important things.
Yes. Well, yeah, we can dive into that because I'm on the same page with you on that one, Robert, too. I thought overall there was pretty good stuff with Dynamite, but you
got to go linear, Dom. That's why I've got the notes right in front of me. Got the card right in front of me, ready to go. You open the show with Hangman, but it's Hangman in the back. Mm-hmm. So you're opening your show with people watching a screen.
Correct.
Coming off of a pay-per-view where Hangman, defended his title. He wins. He's shirtless in a jacket. He looks sharp. And it's, hey, great, we're going to get me versus Lee Moriarty.
Right. It's it's cool. You're getting a hometown guy in there, and it's like an opportunity for that hometown guy. But to your point, nobody knows who Lee Moriarty is right now. Because
the diehard sickos,
the diehards do, but yeah, of course, I know who Lee Moriarty is. But and I thought later on they did the due diligence of putting a video package together for him. But if you're gonna know you're going to Pittsburgh and you're gonna have like Hangman do an open challenge kind of thing, and it's gonna be against Lee Moriarty, build up to it, promote him more, have him on that television a little bit
name
more.
Right, and I think that's what I'm excited about.
Say what?
Eventually, you're going to say his name right, and I'm excited about that.
Moriarty.
Lee Moriarty.
Moriarty.
Nope, you're adding extra letters.
He's like the Sherlock Holmes villain, Moriarty.
Yes, that's why I'm like, of anybody, you would think you, who played Moriarty,
no, I didn't.
Be able to.
I played
Dr. Robotnik. You looked like Dr. Robotnik in that performance.
I did look like Dr. Robotnik.
Anyway, we got Brodito versus The Demand.
Mm-hmm.
So great match.
Yes.
Really enjoyable match. Really fun match. Bandito, very over even with that Pittsburgh crowd. Like they were all about that guy. My questioning is, at the pay-per-view, we saw the Hurt Syndicate lose. Former Trios, powerhouse team loses to another Trios powerhouse team. You would think there's a Trios title that exists. Maybe these guys are targeting that. Instead, they're going after the tag titles.
Well, for clarity, Ricochet did say that Shibata was hurt, and that's why they cannot.
But Shibata is storyline hurt because he got taken out by Danny Garcia. That's kind of my point. You knew that you were booking a 6-man on your pay-per-view.
Yes.
Where one team was going to stand supreme. So logically speaking, the next step for that would be the winner of this 6-man tag war would go after the 6-man tag champs. So you wouldn't have booked another angle where one of the members of that 6-man team would have gotten taken out by Danny Garcia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You could have easily fed Kyle O'Reilly or Roderick Strong to Danny Garcia in a pre-show. Nobody would have batted an eyelash. In fact, you literally had Roderick Strong versus Moxley on Dynamite. You could have followed that up with a match there.
Right.
That's where I'm saying, like, when you have those conversations about long-term booking, you have to look at the whole chessboard. And while the match was very good, I don't know. This also had my favorite moment of commentary possibly ever, which is Bryan Danielson learning how words work. And he goes, this matchup has a lot of intriguing matchups. I get what he was trying to say, that there's a lot of different combinations of the four of them that make for fun combinations.
Yes. But
it was like that moment where you suddenly realize you're halfway up the rope and there's nothing at the top of the rope. And you're like, uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Or it's like a Looney Tunes cartoon. You look down and someone lit the match and it's coming up towards you.
Can I say how much I loved Ricochet, though, on commentary? Where he was like, oh, I taught him that. Can I tell
you how much Alt Jake hated it? Where he wrote, Ricochet on commentary is atrocious.
Oh, I loved it.
Which is saying something. I didn't mind Ricochet on commentary. He's a dopey heel. It's kind of fun. Speaking of dopey, there's a conglomeration backstage segment.
Wait, can I say this real quick about the tag match?
We've moved on in life. We've moved on in life, Dom.
The Gates of Agony losing. I don't like it. They're losers right now. They're just losers. You have the guy that lost in Philly, like straight up. Great match with Bobby Lashley, and then you have them lose again. I don't like that positioning.
I don't disagree. Again, that's kind of my point of, we just had these guys go over the Hurt Syndicate, and then you're putting them in there with the tag champs, and we get it. Tag champs, the tag champs for a reason. They are the greatest tag team in the world, or whatever. But yeah, I would not have put them in a position where they're turning around and losing right away.
Yeah, I did not like it.
If anything, this could have been one of those qualifier matches or eliminator matches or whatever the hell they call them. And you have Ricochet out there to help the heels cheat and win. And then when it comes time for the tag title match, you build it a week or two and you think these guys are going to win. And oh no, here comes MVP with the cane and he trips one of these guys and oh, we're off to the races and it's a war and da-da-da-da-da.
That's simple.
What do I know? Here's what I know. AEW is now like 0 for 3 of late with big surprise returns.
Right. How much? I mean, I get that everybody kind of that's in the know knows it's going to be Orange Cassidy, but like, way to telegraph it.
You telegraph it. It's like, but why? Why make it so unbelievably obvious when the guy's been off TV for a while And because I got this for you, even the way that they booked it later on in the show, you didn't need to tease it earlier.
No.
It was we like, I get we want to make Mark Briscoe wacky. The other part of this, and I'm really trying not to bag on AEW. I really do want them to succeed and do well. And this is more of just, if I'm sitting in a booking meeting and I'm saying, okay, we're coming off a pay-per-view, you get a certain degree of capital with the talent. Mark Briscoe won the tables and tax match. Mm-hmm. He beat world champion MJF, former world champion MJF. Right. They established this guy's only been a single star for 3 years, and look at where he's at right now. So he has all of this momentum to go into one of 3 guys in a 6-man tag. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Didn't make a ton of sense.
The other aspect too is like you're calling them the conglomeration on your like advertising for this match at the same time. So like, yes, you're further telegraphing it's going to be Orange Cassidy as your surprise, entrant in this match. So I get getting Mark Briscoe in a position and having him team and have friends, obviously, but if he gets the win, you want to build him in a bigger way too, because he defeated MJF. He should be in the world title picture at this juncture, like from just a logical standpoint. So I don't know, Robert. But
I think again, it's all about having that capital and how you use it. And speaking of capital,
yes,
talk to you about our friends at Cash App.
Yeah,
guys, with Cash App, when you spend, save, and live your life knowing your money is right where you left it, using advanced built-in security protection you count on and help when you need it, you can spend with peace of mind. Order the Cash App card on the app at cash.app/card because your security deserves to be a priority. Cash App treats it the way that it is. With Security Lock, Cash App requires a successful Face ID or biometric authentication to access your account. It's like your money is being protected by your own personal bodyguard, even if you accidentally leave your phone unlocked or someone gains access to it without your knowledge. I am extensively aware of this biometric technology that Cash App uses. I am intimately aware of how it works. This is as good as it gets. This is, all due respect to Shelton Benjamin, the true gold standard of security. And for a limited time only, new Cash App customers can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real. Just download the Cash App, use our exclusive referral code, SECURE10 in your profile, send $5 to a friend within 14 days, you get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit card issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Instant discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. I hate that you used you literally used the picture of you as Moriarty.
King of Bohemia.
Damn it, Dom. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Moriarty.
Yes.
Lee Moriarty versus Hangman Adam Page.
So we talked about how quiet the crowd was in Pittsburgh. They were really quiet for this match. I liked the match, but the crowd was not engaging. And they seemed into it when the moments arise, but very downplayed it, and it didn't add to the elements that this match should have been. But what do you think, Robert?
The idea that Hangman's doing an open challenge, again, is fine. We want to establish he's a fighting champion and yada yada yada. When you look at the numbers, there is a pay-per-view October 18th, Wrestle Dream.
Yes.
You have 3 Dynamites between now and then.
Mm-hmm.
That is not enough time to establish a new challenger, make the match make sense, and line it up for Wrestle Dream. And there is no one who's the clear number 1 contender to go after Hangman Adam Page. And as we just saw, they rushed to a Kyle Fletcher match, and the match bailed their asses out. Like those wrestlers who bail out booking. You can't do that for another show.
Right.
That's not fair to Hangman. That's how his reign is going to get kind of wonky and upside down. And putting him in there with passably good matches with Lee Moriarty on Dynamite isn't exactly going to light the world on fire. What also doesn't help is the roster is shrinking like the polar ice caps. So up in Canada, where it is basically polar ice cap cold, Adam Copeland,
Yeah.
the pre-tape, decided to say, I shouldn't have come back, man. This is affecting my family. I'm going away. And then Christian was all sad panda, and he's like, well, I don't have a family. You do. You're my family. I'm Batman.
I wanted them to hug. They shook hands. I wanted them to
did.
hug.
Hey, brothers don't hug. They shake hands.
Wow, I disagree.
So I guess now Adam Copeland is off TV.
Yeah.
But fear not, the Dominic D'Angelo doppelganger, our friends at FTR, delivered kind of a promo. I can't get behind FTR and their promos because
really,
so here's the thing. I love Stokely. Mm-hmm. Stokely and I go way back. He's a great guy. His cadence is a sillier cadence.
Sure.
I was just going up to go greet Beth. I was going to go shake her hands. I don't get hose, all that other stuff. And Dax and Cash get lost in their words. And it feels like the mustache twirling, I'm sorry what happened to Beth. I'm sorry we didn't hit her harder.
I was okay. I liked it. I liked how he kind of spun it around, being like, my eyes were blinded. I had sweat in my face or whatever he said. And then I thought it was you. And then the insincerity of it all, I thought was pretty good. I like Willow coming out. I did like that.
It's an interesting choice, except now Willow's eating Beth's lunch because now she's the female evening the odds who's going to go after Stokely.
Doesn't that make sense, though? If you're not having Beth be around, you might not have...
It doesn't make sense why Beth is not around. Like, if the point of this was this dastardly thing happens, and then Edge and Christian and Beth come back, and we get a mixed six-person, whatever. He's in YouTube.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Hell of a musician.
Yes.
Devin Dowling says, Willow and Beth first tag champs, ? That was a thought that I had. But again, if you're going to bring Beth back, it feels like you'd be bringing her back for a mixed tag match. I don't know that Beth is coming back to wrestle full time. The anti-pop for Jet Speed, whom I really like, I felt terrible for those guys.
Yeah, I just don't think they make sense as a tag team, but they came in as singles wrestlers and then you merged them as a tag team. So I don't think it's benefiting them. They feel like an afterthought. And the intrigue of FTR versus Jet Speed seems like a fun match, but ultimately it's not doing it for either team. I don't think having them go up against one another. Maybe more so FTR than anything else, but I don't think it helps Jet Speed.
MJF was in a corridor and he delivered a banger of a promo.
Yes.
It was basically a thinly veiled, I've not been booked really well since losing the title last December. None of this makes sense. So I'm just going to leave and push the reset button. But what that means, and he name dropped a couple guys in that promo, there is no Will Ospreay right now.
Right.
There is no Kenny Omega right now. There is no Swerve Strickland right now. There is no Adam Copeland right now. There is no MJF right now. That is a lot of big name stars to not have at your disposal and also not have a clear directive going forward of what's going on with some of your top storylines.
Completely agree on that one. Completely agree. I thought the MJF promo was great. I wanted the Incredible Hulk music to play as he was walking up the steps. But
what was incredible was the return of Orange Cassidy.
Look at that transition.
Can you imagine if they didn't over tease it and then Don Callis goes, "Here's my painting," and then boom, there's Orange Cassidy. Oh, that's fun. The tweak that I would have pitched is that there should have been a painting. You don't reveal Orange Cassidy, but Orange Cassidy just walks right through the painting. Just busts through it, and then it's even funnier.
Yeah, that would be great. How many people got the reference of that background that went on, like that glitch? Because I do Adobe Premiere for video editing and stuff, so I understood what that was. But at least 75% of the audience could not have got what his quote unquote Titantron was there. That
maybe I wasn't paying enough attention to even see what it was. I just assumed it was the evil hologram doppelganger.
What is going on with that? That was another weird thing. Is holograms on the program, then you get a little promo of what's teasing to come, and then I don't know. That felt weird.
This is where I'm going to be insane. and I need to be fitted for a straitjacket. I'm going to give Tony Khan credit.
Okay.
Mark this time code.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we have this 6-man tag, which they've been doing a lot of multi-man tags that don't make a lot of sense. This 6-man tag did make sense in the idea that Don Callis is desperately trying to make sure that Takeshita and Okada get along after the pay-per-view. Love that. Big home run. Big fan. We're using this as a way to bring back Orange Cassidy. Fine. Whatever. And we get Hologram on TV because Mascara Dorada, who was the real star coming out of that pay-per-view, is in CMLL. He's not showing up.
Right.
So let's plug Hologram into that spot, who only exists in Collision and in Tony's dreams.
Yes.
So you have Kyle Fletcher, who lost and gave the killer promo, by the way. I lost, that stinks. And then I realized, wait a minute, I'm really talented. I'm really handsome. I'm really skilled. I'm the TNT champion. I'm a big star. And Hologram, I'm going to face you next week. And it's going to be Streak versus title. And oh, by the way, there's the evil Bizarro Hologram who can debut next week and cost Hologram his streak.
What is Hologram's Bizarro name?
Photograph.
Oh my gosh. Is he seriously having is it a Bizarro hologram? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's an evil hologram.
Oh my
God. My hope is that it's like with Ahmed Johnson and they debuted Farouk in the blue helmet where he looked like he was a gladiator from Tron.
Yeah.
I really hope that's what they do with this. That we just get like the inverted hologram and he injures himself right away.
Oh my God.
But no, I'm joking. You never want to. By the way, there's people making no. The only acceptable photograph reference would be Weezer from the Green Album.
Hey, this is a side note. I was on Instagram and I saw Christopher Walken introduce Weezer on SNL, and I was like, I love that. It was like from 2001. Shout out to
him introducing Foo Fighters it was an all-timer.
Yes, Christopher Walken's an all-timer guest for SNL. The Continental.
Yes, it's better than the Conglomeration. But so we got Claudio Castagnoli and Hobbs.
Yes, unpromoted, by the way.
In a bizarro world, these guys would be a main event program. An established heel champion Claudio Castagnoli, the young unstoppable upstart Hobbs. Instead, we got this match, which was great, but just like it makes you realize like this could be more. We got Pac with his new haircut.
You remind me of somebody. I can't place it though.
The reference I used with Scott on Working Stiff to spoil my own podcast is there was an episode of The Simpsons where they go into Shelbyville to go rescue the lemon tree, and Bart wears a wig.
Uh-huh.
And they go, that wig makes him look like one of the Beatles. And that's all I kept thinking.
They should just do the Beatles gimmick now. Just do it.
Yes. So then the Death Riders come out, and then Hangman makes the save. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan, whom we love.
Yes.
We made his announcement for him last week, but you know what we didn't do?
What, Robert?
And go back and watch this video. Tony Khan doesn't blink once.
Nope.
It is the dead-eyed, vacant stare of death, and then the thumbs up after. I remember seeing trailers for that movie Smile.
Uh-huh.
That wasn't as terrifying as this. We have tag titles. Dude, that is just wow.
It's endearing, Robert. I like it.
And I love that we followed up this announcement of the tag titles with the best women's tag division in the world by giving you a singles match.
That's correct.
But a great singles match. Chris Statlander and Mina Shirakawa.
Right.
We got, Rhea and Asuka in a great singles match on Raw as the main event. Love this trend. And then after the match, Yuta trying to get Chris Statlander to align with the Death Riders. I'm going, okay, I'm fine with this. And then, so when Scott Chapman and I,
Yes,
working with Patriot,
friend of the show,
Scott Chapman, went deep into talking about the All Out pay-per-view. I said, there is no way, no chance, no how, no universe in which Jon Moxley would be lit on fire and then just show up like he's totally fine. And good news, we're in that universe.
I also like that he's kind of like the Scarecrow in Wizard of Oz now. Now, kind of he's afraid of fire? I don't know.
Dude, he just showed up totally fine. I like Statlander giving him the middle finger. Pop huge for that. That was great. But then Darby comes out with a flamethrower, like Hank Scorpio.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do my Conrad for a moment, but just imagine with better blood pressure. I went to myself, self.
So
Look, and this was I was in booking meetings all last night, and I've been in booking meetings in the past, and I am this guy in those meetings who will then try to extrapolate. I'm going, I'd be like, hey, Tony. Yeah. Tony, you didn't announce Jon Moxley's going to be on this show, right? No. Okay. He doesn't show up at any other point in time during the show. He doesn't. So you're counting on that Moxley's going to show up at the end of a women's title match, unannounced, unharmed, and that Darby would be in the back waiting for this moment with a flamethrower. Bring the flamethrower. Step into the light.
Like the moth to the flame.
The sickos. I can't keep doing my contact lenses are going to dry if I keep doing that. It was one of those moments of just like, what are we doing?
What are we doing, Robert?
What are we doing? We're doing Rumor and Innuendo. We're doing a hell of a show that people like every single day, every Monday through Friday, noon Eastern, plethora of platforms. No flamethrowers.
None.
Did you know you can buy a flamethrower on Amazon, by the way?
Is that, do you think where Darby got it? Amazon?
No. I really feel like this is one of those things that Tony probably had.
Yeah, he probably bought one even before he bought AEW. Maybe he was just like, "Hey, I got a flamethrower. If you want to use this." Look, there's so many people here. Eddie Kingston wasn't here. Young Bucks weren't here. We've got a little bit of a Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, but
not really. No big Bill.
No big Bill.
No follow up with the Hurt Syndicate.
Nothing.
No Mercedes Moné.
Nope.
No Riho.
No Tony Storm, right?
No Tony Storm. But that's like you can't fit everybody into whoever show. By the way, that is a trap to go down the. But you want some degree of follow up and follow through and make things make sense and get exciting. Next week is their 6th anniversary show. We've got Hologram versus Kyle Fletcher, and what's probably going to be Hangman, Samoa Joe, and Hobbs versus Claudio, Pac, and Yuta.
Yes. Wait, Yuta's in the tag match with Marina Shafir. It's
God. Okay, then Danny Garcia.
Yes.
No Dark Order.
Oh shoot.
Where was John Silver?
Yes.
I will leave you on this thought, and then we'll wrap this up. So next Wednesday, All Elite Wrestling 6th anniversary Dynamite show is taking place in Hollywood, Florida. Hey. Hollywood, Florida is right outside of Fort Lauderdale, at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. A stone's throw away from where I live. They had 52 weeks to pick a destination for an episode of Dynamite in South Florida. They picked the week 4 days after WWE's No Mercy is taking place in Fort Lauderdale, 5 minutes away from this building.
Wow.
They also picked Yom Kippur, the single day of the year when no matter how remotely Jewish you are, you're probably not going out that night. To be the night they're hosting Dynamite in South Florida.
Yes.
I would venture to guess if they did this show in Bismarck, North Dakota, Kansas City, Missouri, Salt Lake City, Utah, probably wouldn't run into a Yom Kippur attendance problem.
Probably not.
But doing it here, it'd be like doing a show in Boston on St. Patrick's Day and say we're not serving beer.
Yes,
we're on a plethora of platforms. You can find us every Monday through Friday at noon Eastern, including on the WW_Creative_ISH X account, the @Dominic D'Angelo X account, the @SE Scoops X account, and on YouTube on Rumor and Innuendo at ad-free shows. So on behalf of the, I don't know, it's dumb. I got nothing. On behalf of Dominic, on behalf of the guy who posted our show, because he is the best wrestling producer in all of wrestling podcasting history, Dominic D'Angelo, I'm Robert Karplus. Best of luck in your future endeavors.
Don't blink and give us all a thumbs up, everybody. Don't blink, don't blink, don't blink, don't blink.